YouTube, what's going on? So, it's been a little bit of time since my last video. That's because I've been watching Bitcoin and tracking it to see what's going on. So, as you can clearly see, Bitcoin came down to my 50K, which I said that we were going to go. We came down, break it a little bit right here, and we bounced off the 50. Now that's no longer valid for me. So, where are we about to, what's about to happen, in my opinion? In my last video, I said that once we saw the sell signal, I said that 3 candles and then we're gonna go and retest. So as you see, we did attempt to retest, but did not do it. So now we're on the retest on the 5th day, right? So whenever we retest on the 5th day and not the 3rd day, usually does signify a trend reversal, meaning that the sellers already exhaust everything, so the buyers can now take control and push the stock higher, right? And continue the uptrend from here, right? Now, my second indicator, which is this one that you see right here, is pointing down, right? Whenever it's pointing down on a 1 day, especially when the trend just recently flipped, it's very powerful and does signify a continuation to the downside. Now, where do I see the continuation down? I say there's a potential for a potential over 61K. There's a potential for like a fake out, meaning hey, we're about to continue up and then floop all the way back down, right? No, that doesn't have to happen always, but that's just what I'm waiting for to see if it does happen. So I predict something over 61 to 62, or even 63. We go up and then a flush down. That's what I think. We broke this support, so my next support is where I've been waiting for it, which is 38 to 40K, right? Now on the 4 hour, as you see, is we got this buy signal, right? Once the buy signal happens, which I'll go over once again, once a buy signal happens, within 3 candles, there's usually supposed to be a retest and then a continuation up. Sometimes it doesn't happen, but if if the retest happens later than the 3rd candle, does signify the trend will become a little bit weaker, in my opinion, and not a strong trend, right? It needs to happen like this: sell, you got 1, 2, 3, retest, and then continue down, right? So the buy signal happens here. So on the 4 hour, so expect a drop back down to about 57, something like that, as a retest and a potential reverse back up to the upside. But for the stronger trend, I see this is straight up down, continue down. On the weekly hasn't crossed yet. Monthly has not crossed yet. So on the higher time frame, funny enough, on the higher time frame, this is just a simple retest, right? Because we never retest on the higher time frame. Which, as I said, if the retest happens not within like the first 3 months, like right here in January, retest didn't happen. That's never a good thing. When it does retest, it signifies a weaker trend, meaning for it to continue to go up higher. Can it? Absolutely, but it's just not in my cards for me to think that we are going to keep going up. In my personal opinion, can't tell you guys what to do, but we just have to wait and see, because technically we still have not retest all-time high. So it's a little tricky and confusing signals, everything given different indicator. But my personal opinion, I'll wait for 40. I'll wait for 40 personally, because there's no caveat to have us want to go higher. There's nothing in the news that make Bitcoin pump. So until then, I'm going to stick with 38K to 40K, right? So don't get fake out by this, guys. But yeah,